I want to talk to you today about what the Bible has to say about dating. You know, one of the first things that come to my mind when I hear this, what the Bible has to say about dating, is the Bible is clear in Corinthians where he says that we should not fellowship with unbelievers. That as a believer, we should not be, in fact, he uses the word yoked together. Let not a believer be yoked together with an unbeliever. So that gives a picture of a yoke of oxen being contained together with the apparatus that they use to link the oxen together, connected to the plow. So as they walk together, they are connected, leading the plow. See, and there's such a closeness, such a tightness, and such a level of intimacy there between the two. They can't get away from one another. And so the Bible is clear using this picture that an unbeliever and a believer should never be so closely linked together, so intimate with one another. He says simply because they have no fellowship. There's nothing in common between light and darkness, between goodness and evil. He said there is nothing in common. So you say, well, what does this mean? I can't have a friend that's an unbeliever? Well, sure you can, Christian. Sure you can. But what he's saying is that there's such a level of intimacy that one should never attempt to go in a dating relationship with an unbeliever if in fact you are a believer. And why? Oh, I'll tell you why. In the days of Solomon, the Bible talks about how Solomon had a number of wives, many concubines and princesses and things of sort. And one of the things that they did is that they began to pull him away from his relationship with God. Pull him away from worshiping God. See, this is one of the reasons why God instituted in the Old Testament that the children of Israel were not allowed to give their sons to foreign women in marriage, nor were they able to, or should they take foreign women for their own sons and daughters in marriage. Simply because of that happening. What would happen? The unbeliever would begin to pull the believer away from those things that they once held sacred and dear. And so that's an important part of dating. As believers, we need to understand that we must not come together and be yoked and be so intimate with someone that simply doesn't believe like we believe.